Good morning, beloveds. Whatever else I do today, I am going to ask for your treatments for Baltimore. If you haven't seen it, there was a pretty traumatic bridge collapse at about 1:30 in the morning at Baltimore. I think small mercies are that it happened at 1:30 in the morning and not at rush hour. So, yeah. And then we're going to be patient with whatever's there. So, yeah. I mean, the whole world needs treatment, so I'm just asking you to add Baltimore in for a brief moment, because there's Baltimore, there's Ukraine, there's Gaza, there's all the other places that we don't know. The good news is that Spirit knows, so you can just treat for peace and comfort and the love of the divine to be present in the places like that. So if you ever don't know what to treat for, that's always a good option. So I like to treat for, also the other thing I like to treat for is, I can't remember the word right now. It's something about resource allocation. No, that's not the word, but that the necessary resources are already on their way to wherever it is that they are needed. That's what I always treat for when disasters, like hurricanes and tornadoes and things like that. So, because the weather's been a little weird around here lately, so just that's a good thing to treat for. All right, and it is March 26th. Our title is The Power of Invocation, and our author is Ethel Barnhart, and this is from her lesson at the Santa Anita Church in Arcadia, California. The church was established in 1950, but it doesn't say when this lesson is from. So, all right. Every person has the ability to invoke the power of God because of the law of response that operates through the universe. The law of response is principle, and it is through this law of response that people may draw into their world of experience the almighty power of God, the mercy, the love, and all that God is. This is the most wonderful love that could be possibly given to humankind. That humankind would be given the power within themselves to invoke God to manifest not only in their life, but in the lives of others. We do not use this power of invocation to the extent we should. Perhaps we do not think much about it. Perhaps we are not very much aware of God's great power indwelling people through our own power of invocation. In the very plan of things, there would have to be a way that the will of God could be brought forth into the world of people, that the kingdom of heaven could be established on earth. It is through the power of invocation that this is accomplished. Every time a farmer plants a seed in the ground, they invoked the creative power of the universe to feed them, to bring forth what they need in the world of people so that they might live. They have invoked the power of God to feed the world when they plant a seed. For within 1 grain of wheat is food for millions of people. Enough to feed the world over and over and over again through the replanting of that seed. Although through the replanting, the same power of invocation is at work, and the same response is made to that call to feed humankind, to take care of everyone. This is mentioned in Psalm 145 at verse 15 when it says, "Thou givest them their meat in good season." This is the statement of power, the power of seed time and harvest, the power of invocation. You are God's child of light. So it's always interesting that I started this out by asking for treatment. And then we get a thing on treatment. So whatever the reading would have been today, it would have, it would have spoken to my initial request. This one is a little on the nose, so it's interesting. And I agree with Ethel in that we don't think about that power of invocation as often as we could. I happened to be on social media this morning I have a cousin who lives I believe he lives in Virginia, but he has worked in Baltimore because he lives there, and he has been on that bridge. My husband made a comment that he thinks we've been across that bridge. I don't know. I'm quite sure that if I'd been on that bridge, I'd have cried all the way across it. Bridges and I have a long history and none of it's good. And it's all in my mind. So, here's the truth. He took me across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel and I cried the whole way. And that's like 13 miles. So, now I am a different person now than I was then. So I might not now, but I did then. And so what she is reminding us is every time we treat, we're planting a seed. And every time we treat, we're going to harvest. And from that harvest, we can plant anew. I'm currently working on a series of short videos from the Sunday service from Jesse about why we might not be getting the results that we expect from treatment. But this is one of those cases where what I'm treating for is, and I'm going to use the word nebulous, okay? I'm treating for something nebulous because I don't have anything concrete to treat for. But it's one of those, even though I'm using the word nebulous and contrasting it with concrete, what I'm expecting are concrete results, okay? So I'm asking you to treat for peace and for comfort and for love and, as I like to say, the scrambling of resources. Because there are a lot of people right now in a lot of places in the world, with Baltimore just being my example, because it's currently at the top of my mind, who have melancholy work to do in this situation. When they talk about rescue, but they're not talking about rescue. Based on the situations, they're talking about recovery. And so for those people who choose to do that work, I can treat for them for the peace and the comfort. I can invoke for them the peace of God in the work that they do. And that the reason that they do the work is to provide peace and comfort and closure to families. Okay? Somebody's got to do the work, right? And so that's the power of invocation. And it is a power of invocation that we can use far more often than we do. Far more often than we do. Because there's nothing... One of the reasons that I tend to be on social media fairly frequently is one of the groups that I belong to. You want to talk about safe space on social media. This group is a safe space on social media. And yet, we're constantly praying for each other for the situations that we find ourselves in. Okay? Because of the work that we do. there's nothing better. Yeah, there's nothing better than being asked to treat for somebody else, to pray for somebody else who is going through something. Because it's a sacred trust that they believe in your belief. And they trust you to follow through. And that is the power of invocation on both sides of that fence. And clearly I'm emotional this morning. So, Ethel Barnhart, wow, that was, the power of invocation. And the reminder that we don't do it as often as we could. I wear, I don't have it on at the moment because I haven't gotten dressed, but I wear a mala, I wear prayer beads. And I wear prayer beads for the simple reason that it reminds me every time I look at those prayer beads that I can pray. And I can pray right then and there. And I can pray about everything. In what I like to call my mortgage paying job, I work in a health food store. I sell vitamins and minerals and herbs. And there are so many times that people walk in having just gotten a diagnosis or having suffered a loss, and they come to us for the support that we can give them. And that prayer bead, that mala is that reminder to me that yes, I can sell them some kind of nutritional support, but that I can also pray for them. And I don't need their permission to pray for them because I'm always going to pray for their highest and best. But frequently, when customers come in situations like that, they do ask us to pray for them. Or we would say, would you like us to pray for you? Or would you like us to put you on the prayer list? Or whatever it is that we say in the moment. And I've never had anybody say no. Never had anybody say no. So, our humanity shines through when we remember that we are, what was the phrase she used at the very end? You are God's child of light. Our humanity shows through, or maybe I shouldn't even use, maybe it's not even that term. Our spiritual nature shows through when we remember that we are God's child of light. When we say, I will pray for you. Okay. Now, I will remind you, this is Science of Mind. New thought. We are treat and move our feet people. We don't offer thoughts and prayers. Or rather, we don't offer just thoughts and prayers. We go get our, to use the phrase in the manner of the farmer, we go get our hands dirty. We go and we pick up the work as well as the prayer. So, I'm not going to fly to Baltimore and help move bridge material. That is way out of my expertise. But, we do the things that we can do here. So, all right. Oh, man. Yeah, I knew I was going to have to work through that. So welcome to the human side of Reverend Lisa. Welcome to the emotional side, and I'm not ashamed of it. And I am going to, the title is The Power of Invocation. What I'm going to tell you, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to take one of those unexpected invitations to treatment. Something that doesn't necessarily look like an invitation to treatment. Perhaps you're having a conversation with somebody, or you even overhear a conversation, or one of my favorites is you hear emergency vehicle sirens, okay, or see emergency vehicle lights. That is an invitation to treat. How often do we take it? Especially when we're on the road and, traffic comes to a halt because of the emergency vehicle. That is an invitation to invocation, to reach out to the divine for somebody that you don't know. So that's the mission today, should we choose to accept it. Accept the unexpected invitation to treatment. And I've just given you a couple of ideas of where they may come from. You have far more of them than you think you do. And that, I think, is her point, is that our invitation to invocation, our invitation to treat and to pray for others happens far more than we are aware of. And you don't have to be a minister, and you don't have to be a practitioner to just pray for people that you don't know. In our own way, we are all practitioners. We are all ministers. We are ministering to humanity, especially when we treat for people especially when we pray for people that we don't know. That is the mission today. Accept the invitation. The other mission, especially as you can see that I'm a bit emotional. So my suggestion to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. It is the spiritual practice of self-care. When we are called on to live a life of service, and if you accept the invitation to pray for others, that is a life of service. You can't pour from an empty cup, so make sure you take care of yourself, okay? Be it one thing, be it three things, be it all the things, because in the end, that is the goal, to have everything that you do for yourself and others be loving, kind, and compassionate. The world will work a whole lot better when we get there. So, and I say it because you are your own best test subject, but the most important reason is you deserve your own love, you deserve your own kindness, you deserve your own compassion. All right, beloveds. Just a couple of housekeepings. I will remind you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So I encourage you to definitely check those out. Go and like and follow and subscribe and share. The more you share, it bumps our algorithms, and then the social medias go, oh, this is good stuff. People like this. More people should see it. It's helpful, and all it costs you is a click. So thank you. If you want to know what's going on with the center, please email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the Constant Contact. And the Constant Contact will, you get one email a week. It's a real person doing it. You don't have time for more than that. So, but the hot links are also hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want, or to the person that can help you get it. So, definitely look into that. All right, and then there was something else. No. I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have I know coming on, I'm asking for prayer treatment, but I'm still going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a joyful day, a create your happiness day, a treat for others day, an accepting the invitation to pray for others day, a unexpected day, I'll go listen to the birds sing day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right? Explore the truth of your being. I can promise you one thing. It is the only promise that I can make you that is not does not have the potential to be a pie crust promise. Mary Poppins, if you don't know. That the person that the divine knows you to be is good. Okay? And from there, anything is possible. So, peel the layers back and get to know the person that the divine knows. All right? All right, beloveds. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.